Chewbacca and the Three Kind Cats, a fairy tale by Miko. Once upon a time, there was a loving boy called Chewbacca. He was on the way to see his brother Botas, when he decided to take a shortcut through Hyde Park. It wasn't long before Chewbacca got lost. He looked around, but all he could see were trees. Nervously, he fell into his bag for his favorite toy, Molly, but Molly was nowhere to be found. Chewbacca began to panic. He felt sure he had packed Molly. To make matters worse, he was starting to feel hungry. Unexpectedly, he saw a kind cat dressed in a red skirt disappearing into the trees. How odd, thought Chewbacca. For the want of anything better to do, he decided to follow the peculiar dressed cat. Perhaps it could tell him the way out the forest. Eventually, Chewbacca reached a clearing. He found himself surrounded by houses made from different sorts of food. There was a house made from sweet potatoes, a house made from lollipops, and a house made from pancakes, and a house made from donuts. Chewbacca could feel his tummy rumbling. Brrr. Looking at the house did nothing to ease his hunger. "Hello," he called. "Is anybody there?" Nobody replied. Chewbacca looked at the roof of the closest house and wondered if it would be rude to eat someone else's chimney. Obviously, it would be impolite to eat a hot house, but perhaps it would be considered acceptable to nibble the odd fixture of the lick the odd feeding in a time of need. A crackle broke through the air, giving Chewbacca a fright. A witch jumped into the space in front of the house. She was carrying a cage. In that cage was Molly. "Molly!" shouted Chewbacca. He turned to the witch. That's my toy." The witch just struggled. "Give Molly back," cried Chewbacca. "Not on your Nelly," said the witch. "At least let Molly out of the cage." Before she could reply, Three Kind Cats rushed in from a footpath on the other side of the clearing. Chewbacca recognized the one in the red skirt that he'd been seen early. The witch seemed to recognize him too. "Hello, big cat," said the witch. "Good morning," the cat noticed Molly. "Who is it?" "That's Molly," explained the witch. "Oh, Molly will look lovely in my house. Give it to me," demanded the cat. The witch shook her head. "Molly is staying with me." Excuse me," Chewbacca interrupted. "Molly lives with me, and not in a cage." Big Cat ignored him. "Is there nobody you will trade?" he asked the witch. The witch thought for a moment, then said, "I'd like to be entertained. I'll release him to anybody who can eat the whole front door." Big Cat looked at the house and made from donuts and said, "No problem, I could eat an entire house made from donuts, if I want to." That's nothing," said the next cat. "I could eat 2 houses." "There is no need to show off," said the witch. "Just eat one front door, and I will let you have Molly." Chewbacca watched, feeling very worried. He didn't want the witch to give him Molly to the big cat. He didn't think Molly would like to live in with that kind of cat, away from his house and all his other toys. The other 2 cats watched while Big Cat put on his bib and withdrew a knife and a fork from his pocket. "I'll eat this whole house," said Big Cat. "Just you watch." Big Cat pulled off a corner of the front door of the house made from lollipops. He glued it down, smiled, and went back for more and more. Eventually, Big Cat started to get bigger, just a little bit bigger at first, but after a few more forkfuls of lollipops, he grew up to the size of a large snowball, and he was every bit as round. I don't feel too good, said the big cat. Suddenly he started to roll. He grew so round that he could no longer balance. Help! He cried, as he rolled off down to the slope into the forest. Big Cat never finished eating the front door made from lollipops, and Molly remained trapped in the witch cage. Average Cat stepped up and approached the house made from pancakes. I'll eat the whole house, said Average Cat. Just you watch. Average Cat pulled off the corner of the front door of the house made from pancakes. She glooped it down smiling and went back for more and more and more. After a while, Average Cat started to look a little queasy. She grew greener and greener. A woodcutter walked into the clearing. What is this bush doing here? He asked. I'm not a bush, I'm a cat, said Average Cat. It talks, exclaimed the woodcutter. Those talking bushes are the worst kind. I'd be better take away before somebody gets hurt. No, wait, cried Average Cat. As the woodcutter picked her up, but the woodcutter ignored her cries and carried the cat away under his arms. Average Cat never finished eating the front door made from pancakes, and Molly remained trapped in the witch cage. Little Cat stepped up and approached to the house made from donuts. I'll eat the whole house, said the little cat. Just you watch. Little Cat pulled off the corner of the front door of the house made from donuts. He glooped, and out smiling, and went back for more, and more, and more. After 5 or 6 plateful, Little Cat started to fidget uncomfortable on the spot. He stopped eating donuts for a moment, then grabbed another for food. But before he could eat it, there came a mighty roar. A bottom board loaded and rocket taking off, propelling Little Cat into the sky. Ah! cried the little cat. I'm scared of heights. Little Cat was never seen again. Little Cat never finished eating the front door made from donuts, and Molly remained trapped in the witch cage. That's it, said the witch. I win. I get to keep Molly. Not so fast, said Chewbacca. There is still one front door to go. The front door of the house made from sweet potatoes, and I haven't had a turn yet. I don't have to give you a turn, laughed the witch. Ho, ho, ho. My game, my rules. The woodcutter voice carried through the forest. I think you should give him a chance. It's only fair. Fine, said the witch, but you saw what happened to the cats. He won't last long. I'll be right back, said Chewbacca. What? said the witch. Where's your sense of impatience? I thought you wanted Molly back. Chewbacca ignored the witch and gathered a hefty pile of sticks. He came back to the clearing and started to small campfire. Carefully, he broke off the pieces of the door on the house made from sweet potatoes and tossed it over the fire. Once he had cooked and cooled it just a little, he took a bite. He quickly devoured the whole piece. Chewbacca sat down on the nearby log. You failed, cried the witch. You were supposed to eat the whole door. I haven't finished, explained Chewbacca. I'm just waiting for the food to go down. When Chewbacca's food has digested, he broke off another piece of door made from sweet potatoes. Once more, he tossed his food over the fire and waited for it to cool in a little. He ate in leisure pace when he waited for it to digest. Eventually, after several sittings, Chewbacca was down to the final piece of the door made from sweet potatoes. Carefully, he tossed and allowed it to cool just a little. He finished his final course. Chewbacca had eaten the entire front door of the house made from sweet potatoes. The witch stamped on the food angrily. You must have tricked me, she said. I don't reward cheating. I don't think so, said the voice. It was the woodcutter. He walked into the clearing, carrying his eggs. This little boy won't fair and square. Now hand over Molly, or I will chop your broomstick in half." The witch looked horrified. She grabbed her broomstick and placed it behind her. Then, huffing, she opened the door of the cage. Chewbacca hovered over and grabbed her Molly, checking that his favorite toy was all right. Fortunately, Molly was unharmed. Chewbacca thanked to the wood cutter, grabbed his souvenir, and hurried to meet Bottas. It was starting to get dark. When Chewbacca got to Bottas' house, his brother threw his arm around him. "I was so worried," cried Bottas. "You are very late." As Chewbacca described his day, he could tell that Bottas didn't believe him, so he grabbed a napkin from his pocket. "What's that?" asked Bottas. Chewbacca unwrapped the doorknob made from lollipops. "Pudding," he said. Bottas almost fell off of his chair. The end.